Okay guys, like I mentioned out there, you know, you got to understand when a swim bait, when you're targeting big fish with the swim bait, when that swim bait actually becomes a search tool. So when you come up to an area and you start fishing, or fishing down the bank or a bluff wall, or like what we're doing here at Cast Stake, there's just so much brush. All this stuff is underwater, and this stuff goes out to like 40 feet deep. So how do you find the fish? I mean, how do you look for it? Well, you still go to the best spots. You know, you go to the points, the humps, the creek channels, the flats, and you fish. But dragging a bait on the bottom, it's, man, I mean, if you can get a bait going across the bottom without losing it, it's really tough. So how do you fish? I mean, how do you bring it on? So what I'll do is I'll pick up a bigger swim bait. I'll pick up the 6-inch, or I'll pick up the Rat 50 or 40, and I'll start going down the bank, and I'm testing, and I'll fish even out, since the water's so clear. I'll test in deeper water. You know, I'll throw out in 10, 15, 20 foot of water over brush to see if I get anything to come up and hit the swim bait. Now, if they come up and hit the swim bait, that's money. I mean, this bait's doing its job, and they're on that bite for that moment, and things are looking really, really good. The thing is there's a lot of times that swim baits, especially if, you know, the pressure and everything else, they're great for calling fish up, but a lot of times, you know, they won't get the fish to finally commit. And that's what you're looking for, is you're looking to get fish on the end of your line. We have a lot of great tools out there, but like a mechanic, for all the tools you have, there's specific ones for a specific time, and you got to know when to use those tools at those times. So there's going to be a fine line when you're fishing a bait like this, and you're going down the bank and you're fishing around brush and cover and points, and you're looking for one to just knock your socks off, and you go, wow, you know, there's a good swim bait fish. You know, that's money. I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that. But what happens a lot of the times is you're going to be swimming this just like that, and there's a fish that follows it. It came up and went back down. That's when you pick up your other tool, your drop shot tool. That thing was right about there. So I'm fishing down this bank. I don't see anything. So my swim bait now became a search bait, because this fish came up and looked at it, but it didn't eat it. It just looked at it. But look at this. But I turn around. That's a nice fish. That was the fish that followed my swim bait up. I had a RoboWorm ready, 6-pound test line Maxima. Got the new Daiwa Zillion rods, the ballistic reels, using my favorite little 4-inch RoboWorm, and a Ventana drop shot. Now, that fish right there followed this swim bait. That's when this swim bait became a search tool. When it didn't commit on this bait, and it turned around and it went back down, that's how you use a follow-up bait to put more fish in the boat. It's that easy, guys. Keep it simple, but you still got to kind of think out of the box and know when to make the right moves. So what I'll do with this, I get my RoboWorm set back up. Everything's good, line's straight. Put that back down, get my tool ready, have that perfectly set up. Grab my big bait, my swim bait, which is my big fish bait, which I'm looking for. This is what I want the fish. I want the fish to hit that, because they're going to be bigger. But if they don't hit that, and they just follow it, and they go back down, now that swim bait just became a search tool, which swim baits are one of the best search tools you can ever have, period. So, like I said, this is a fine line. There's another fish that followed it. Now, that's I don't know if that one's gonna, he's looking, oh, now see, that's where we turned around and we got a search tool on one, And then now this swim bait just became this swim bait just became a big fish bait. Woo! I got you on the rat and everything. So let me this poor little guy's got BBZ stuck all over him. And this one came up just like the one yesterday at Pyramid and just barely sucked in the tail, and I saw it. I didn't even feel this fish hit. I just saw him come up and eat the tail. Oh my gosh, look at that fish right there. Look at that fish right there. So that's what we're talking about right there. Another swimbait fish. So that's the difference of a swimbait for catching big fish and then a swimbait used as a search tool. It's that quick. Put that back down. Hey guys, I mean, this is some serious stuff here. And I'm trying not to speak too loud because there's a lot of guys out here pre-fishing for a tournament, and this is more for my subscribers and my followers. But there's this, let me get this up here. There's a certain time that when you throw a swim bait, you're looking to catch the bigger fish. That's what this bait's for. But there's times when you just get follows. When you get a follow, this bait instantly turns into a search bait. Pick up another bait, RoboWorm 4-inch drop shot, Ventana, 1/4 ounce, 6-pound test max, and pitch it in where you saw the fish. Turn around and converted a nice little bass. It wasn't a keeper, but was able to put another fish in the boat. That could have been a 5-pounder. Turn around, threw out, worked the bait, had a fish come up on this bait now, twitched it a few times, let it slow sink, watched the fish again come up and just suck in the back hook. Was able, with the new rods and reels I got, was able to really lay into the fish, get a good hook set, and bring them in. So that's the difference of when a swim bait becomes a search bait, where a swim bait is a swim bait for catching big fish. So I hope you guys enjoy this. This is some cool stuff. I mean, this is like really in-depth stuff, and I know you don't hear this from a lot of other people, so I got to show it to you so you guys can be believers and be followers. And I hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll catch you next time out on the water.